I guess we have to film like this right now because Hawaii has not seen the sun in many a day, and today is not the day the sun returns. But hi, hello, we are finally here to reorganize this monstrosity. I not only filmed some videos that you are never going to see because I ended up hating the footage, but I read 16 or so books in the month of December, and I just left them in a stack on top of my bookshelf. I was generally feeling like I needed to reorganize my bookshelf situation because it's getting kind of ridiculous. Like the double stacking and then the stacking on top of the double stacking is just absolutely insane. We are going to reorganize my bookshelves today. I'm going to take you guys with me. Hopefully it's just going to be quiet so you can relax, put on some headphones, grab a cup of coffee, a snack, your journal, whatever, and just chill with me. The only plans I currently have in my mind is that I'm going to take over some of the shelves on this bookshelf, which is primarily my partner's bookshelf, but I also have two bookshelves on there. I'm going to, I think, move all of my middle grade reads to that bookshelf and some of my adult reads to that bookshelf. And then this top shelf here, I think I'm going to dedicate to series. Who knows? Again, I'm sorry for the lighting. It's been raining nonstop here in Hawaii. Like, we have not seen the sun in forever, so I do have to use my dingy orange lamp, and the windows are open because it's nice and cool out. Don't have to have the fan on, but we are going to hear some outside noises, so fair warning on that as well. Otherwise, sit back and relax, enjoy this bookshelf reorganization. I'm gonna unhaul this because this book made me angry. I'm also unhauling this. If someone would like a hardback copy of From Blood and Ash, which is widely popular right now, except for with me, I will be putting this on my Pango books. Just took the sticky notes out of a book that I will be unhauling. Okay, how do I want to do this? Oh gosh. I probably should go through and try to do an unhaul first. Okay, that's a better idea. That's a good idea. I'm not unhauling these. Do you see what I'm talking about with the insanity of the double stacking? Did you guys hear that thunder? That's insane. The whole double stacking business is just not cute anymore. This is not cute. I'm so overwhelmed. Yeah. I just put all of my books on the ground because my plan is not going according to what I had originally set out. Yeah, I'm going to readjust you guys because I'm going to put some series on the top shelf here. If you see my butt, that's what happens. That is so cute. Look at that. I will trade someone for the UK paperback copy of The Burning God because look at this. Look at this. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. Look at this. I have the international paperback for Jade City, the US paperback for Jade War, and the US hardback for Jade Legacy. Where are you? I just saw the sequel to A Song of Wraiths and Ruin. I don't know where it is. I just saw it. Oh, there it is. It's out of alphabetical order, but I don't care at this point. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. I also finished Occulta, which means I might not leave these two series up there because it's just so unsatisfying to have so many different copies. I currently only have the UK paperback for the Broken Earth trilogy, the first book in the Broken Earth trilogy, the name of which I can't believe I'm fucking forgetting right now, but I don't have it, so incomplete series, but it looks good. Okay, I have to turn this off and come back to you guys in a second because I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Many hours later.
So I know I'm looking kind of funky, but I thought I would check in because there has been some updates. It's the end of January. It's January 25th, and I pretty much have not really touched this bookshelf except for place books that I have finished recently on it. It's kind of been a time in my life. I started the new semester, I started TAing, and it's just been a crazy hectic time. I have miraculously had the time to finish, I think I'm at 13 books already this year, but at the same time I've just been also in like a book slump, I guess, like in a reading slump, because I want to read. I have all the desire to spend all of my free time reading, but when it comes to my actual free time, I can't bring myself to read. I just have been doing some reflecting. First of all, going through my bookshelves, having a little unhaul pile in the corner here, and also just trying to kind of make a place for me that's separate from my desk where I spend 12 plus hours a day now, where I can read and just relax and disconnect from the craziness of it all. So what my new plan is to make this space here at the foot of my bed where my bookshelves are, my new like book nook. We don't have a very big apartment, so there's not like a lot of space that I can use to have a space dedicated for reading. And one thing that I noticed as I was rearranging my bookshelves, Diego is standing on the bed and moving my camera. So what I did notice as I was rearranging my bookshelves is that I was left with one empty shelf because of all of the books that I unhauled / moved to the other bookshelf like I described way back when I first started filming this video. So I'm going to turn this into my little book nook. I got the idea last night, and the fun part was I actually had some creative juice in me. I made a spread last night because I had some creative juice in me, and it was just fun and whimsical, and I wanted to do something for myself, I guess. So this was kind of like the jump start of it. I'm going to vacate this shelf. I have some books on it, but I'm going to rearrange it. And I did collect my annotating supplies and my other bookish supplies, which I'm going to put in this shelf. I have my Toy Story Duke Kaboom lunchbox, which I got from Box Lunch a while ago, and I repurposed it to have all of my annotating supplies. So first is a bookish pencil pouch that I showed you guys a while ago. I have pens and highlighters in here now that are just what I like to use when I am annotating. And then all of my sticky notes and stuff are in here. I have tons of sticky notes. I got a bunch for like Christmas and my birthday. And the last thing I have for now is my bookmark case thing. This is where I put all of my bookmarks, kind of like a standing pencil holder, but for bookmarks. So yeah, I will have that there too. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to take a bunch of books that I don't necessarily like and I'm going to put them with the spine inward, so you just see the pages, and I think that'll be a cute backdrop and also take up some space with that. So yeah, let's get on with that, and when I'm done I'll give you guys a quick tour of my bookshelf. So this is kind of what my bookshelf has turned out to be. I'm going to go through every single cubby and kind of just walk you guys through. my new organization. So at the top here I have all of my favorite slash pretty series. Some of these just go really well together, like Where Dreams Descend and When the Night Breaks. Like those look so cool with the Gilded Wolves series. Unfortunately, I have mismatched copies of The Burning God, and then the Greenbone Saga is just a mess. I recently read both Blood of Elves and Daughter of the Moon Goddess. They're part of series, so I want to keep them up there for now because I hope to be editing the rest of the books in the series and reading them and then adding them to my favorites shelf at the top here. This first top left shelf is my usual adult fantasy. Then we move into favorite YA fantasy hardbacks, and as you can see, we've got 2 rows of books. More YA fantasy with my most favorite YA fantasy in paperbacks on the forwardmost shelf. That continues down here, more YA fantasy in paperbacks, and then my YA fantasy in hardbacks and taller copies is at the bottom right. The middle shelf is YA contemporaries, again with my most favorite in the front. And then here we have my new little book annotating corner, which I love. I really love how the lunchbox looks like on display like that, so I'm glad I can use it instead of kind of hiding it away in my closet. Bottom left shelf is my adult contemporary slash adult thrillers. Don't really have too much cohesion between these books outside of the fact that they're all adults and in paperback, and then more YA contemporaries. Yeah, every single shelf is double stacked, and so all of my favorites tend to be on the outside where you can actually see them, and I just have more books in the back. So sorry, I forgot to mention that I put all of my arcs and some other series that just did not fit into my bookshelves perfectly in that same way that I described, where the spines are facing inward, so all you see is the paper and some of the tabs, but I actually really like how that looks. So over here is my quote-unquote book nook. I've got a little blanket on the ground that I sit on, and this is my reading pillow. You might remember her. Her name is Evelyn. She's still with me. She's got some holes in her and she's seen some shit, but yeah, she's still my favorite. Still use her for everything. These are the books that I'm unhauling. I'm trying to sell some of them through Pango Books, but I might end up just giving them to a local Goodwill or something. And then I have some more books over here. So a lot of my adult hardbacks are over here. And then all of my middle grade got stuffed back here because, again, I just didn't have the space, even with the unhaul. And that's pretty much it. That's my new little book nook. So yeah, like I said like a minute ago, I just want to use this place as my little shut-off place where I can read and disconnect from work and school and everything. So yeah, I'm very happy with it so far. Unfortunately, I do have to get to work in a minute, so I won't be able to use it quite yet, but hopefully I can do some reading vlogs or some more bookish updates for you guys here. I hope you enjoyed this very wonky, chaotic bookshelf reorganization slash tour slash book nook creation thing. I hope you're all having a wonderful start to your new year. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I hope you have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you next time.